Have you ever been asked the question, what is your vision? What's your vision? What's your mission? Now, if you're church planting or you're a church pastor, more than likely you've been asked that. Maybe not even by the people that go to your church, but of course by other pastors and other church planters or church planting organizations. What is your vision? Now, in this video, I'm going to help you figure that out / critique probably what you've already done, and then help wrap it up in a nice little bow so that you can actually do something with it. My name is Jeff Moores. I am a church planter. I am a pastor, leader, leadership consultant, helping you go further, faster, and also helping you learn from a lot of the dumb tax I've already paid. So you've been asked, what's your vision? Now, more than likely what you've done, if you are planting a church or if you are a pastor, is that you went on to another church's website and basically ripped off their vision, maybe reworded a couple of things, or the church planting organization that you're a part of, you took basically their vision and just kind of wrote that down. But all of these visions anyways have been ripped off from other pastors who ripped it off from other pastors who ripped that off from other pastors that have probably originated maybe with Rick Warren, I don't know. And honestly, if that is the vision that God has given you for your church, there's nothing wrong with that. Good artists copy, but great artists steal. If you steal it and you make it yours because it really is yours, good on you. But a lot of us are using visions and missions, vision statements and mission statements that aren't necessarily ours. So you have to ask the Lord, God, what have you placed in me? What have you placed in our leadership team that makes our church unique to the city and the region and our culture that we're planting in? So instead of just Google searching coolest churches out there and then taking their vision statement and their values, which by the way, if you go to my rhythmchurch.com, which is the church I lead, a lot of our values are very similar to other churches' values, but that's because they are literally my values as well. So in your process, rather than Googling and stealing, take time to pray and take time to fast and ask the Lord, what is the vision of the church that you are calling us to start? Or what is the vision of the church that we are now currently leading? And then once you have this big idea vision, that's when you have to clarify it. You have to make it clear and concise. You have to make it memorable, bite size. Because some of y'all vision statements and mission statements are like paragraphs and you can't even recite it, let alone your staff recite it, let alone the people that go to your church remember what it is that you guys are called to do and where you're called to go. Which brings me to my next point. We talk about mission statements. We talk about vision statements. Let me clarify something for you. A vision statement is where you are going, where your church, where your organization, where you are headed. It's your vision. It's long-term. It's where you're going to go. And then your mission statement is what you are doing to get there. For instance, the church that I lead, Rhythm Church, our vision statement is we are taking the gospel of Jesus Christ to North County, San Diego, the West Coast, and then the world. Meaning we are first focusing right here in North County, San Diego. We're planted in Oceanside, beautiful city. So we're going to hit this region, and then we're going to plant churches on the West Coast because we believe that, again, West Coast, massively important, goes back to a personal word the Lord gave me, but also just knowing that we understand West Coast culture. And then after that, as well as a part of it in the mix, but the world then is a part of it as well too. Now, our mission statement is how are we going to do this? What is our mission statement? Well, Rhythm Church exists to revive believers, reach the lost, and renew society. Which means that we now know our mission, our vehicle, is to pour into believers, to bring them back to life, to take them out of being dormant, to see them alive within their faith. Why? Because when a believer is alive within their faith, they're out there reaching people as well, which again is our other thing is that we're going to reach the lost, knowing that lost people need to get saved. They need to know about the love, the grace, and the mercy, the forgiveness, and the identity that they have in Jesus. And then we're going to renew society, which tells our church that we are going to be outside of the four walls of our church, that we're going to be out in public, we're going to be out in culture, that we're going to be partnering in our cities in order to see a difference made. So where we're going, North County, San Diego, the West Coast and the world. How are we going to get there? Well, we're going to revive believers. We're going to reach the lost, and then we're going to renew society in the areas that we're planted in. Vision statement, mission statement. Vision where we're going, mission how we're living it out. And it doesn't need to be incredibly detailed and all of that stuff. You don't need to have 4 little points under each thing. You don't need to have a verse for everything. Just make it clear and make it concise. And then once you have everything wrapped up in a sweet little bow package, looks great, then you actually have to live it out, because then you have to impact North County, and then you have to impact the West Coast, and then you have to impact the world with the gospel. And then you got to make sure that you are reviving believers. The believers are coming back to life in your church. And then you have to make sure that you are reaching the lost, that those believers that are revived, and you yourself, that you're reaching the lost, so that in the society, in the community, in the cities, in the cultures that which you're planted, it is being renewed by the gospel. That's it. It's pretty simple. So pray, hear from the Lord, figure it all out, write it all down, bring it down to something that's very clear, concise, memorable. Make sure that it makes sense. Make sure that it's really you. And again, not some church out in South Florida when you're actually out in, Seattle, Washington, and be genuine and authentic to the call that God has placed on your life and your church, your organization. Hope that helps. Would love to hear what your vision and mission statements are. Drop a comment. Let me know. Also, I'd love some full honesty from some pastors out there that have done that. We've just gone on the website. We've just completely ripped it off. Maybe we retooled it a little bit of like word change. Just let me know. I loved it. We've all done it. Anyways, I'm Jeff Moores. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. See you next time.